Syed Mohammad Hosseini was a television star on Iranian television, and at the height of his fame and popularity, he was asked to become a political mouthpiece for the regime. But he did not support the regime, and so he left Iran and came to America. Syed Mohammad has since formed the largest populist movement that Iran has ever known, Restart. And after 2 years of being censored and ignored, InfoWars became aware of this movement. We recently traveled to Anaheim, California, where we met with Mr. Hosseini in our hotel room and recorded the following interview.
My name is Syed Mohammad Hosseini. I am leader of Restart.
Can you please tell us when you first began the Restart movement and what was your inspiration to do so?
When the Green Movement failed, I got sad, because I had just entered politics and I defended that movement. And when nothing happened, I sat down and thought to myself, why did this movement fail? I gathered two things from this. First is that President Obama does not want the regime to change, and I moved to California. A lot of political figures said, don't leave. You just started and you can help us with ideas. I told them that Obama does not want the Islamic Republic to change. The second point I understood is that the people of Iran do not have a leader. And they don't have someone to tell them the truth about the other oppositions. And there I saw the position for leadership was vacant. And right there. And so I decided to make a movement whose goal was to free Iran from the Islamic Republic. A movement that would not get crushed.
There seems to be a strong feeling that the Islamic Republic of Iran will soon fall. Would you agree with this?
100. Yes, I believe.
100% yes. I absolutely believe the Iranian regime will sink. And before President Trump was elected, I said that Trump will become president and he will assemble a smart team to help us. And whether the world likes it or not, the Islamic regime will fall.
In America, the political left is waging a war against information, using Facebook and Google to censor conservative patriot voices. Your movement has experienced the same. Can you please describe the censorship that your movement has undergone?
It has been 2 years that the Restart movement has been active. And if the other oppositions would have done what we're doing, then the response would have been, wow. But for 2 years, the media in Iran and England and everywhere, they would ignore us. And even when they did report on us, they would lie about us, manipulate it, and undermine us. Just like the leftists in America, they ignore us and lie about us. They also shut down my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
توییتر منو بستن، اینستاگرام منو بستن. از اون بدتر این که بیش از 30,000 35,000
Even worse, they closed down 30,000 fan pages. Some pages had 100,000 followers.
در اینستاگرام همه اونها رو اینا شروع کردن بستن. یعنی علاوه که به ما کمک نکردن.
Not only did they ignore us, they shut down all our social media.
استارتی‌ها در کل جهان حمله شد و تمام صفحات من متاسفانه بسته شد. و من فکر می‌کنم
And it seems to me that the media who censor us are controlled by a certain group.
مدیا به نظر من دست یک گروهه و وقتی به گروه افراطی اسلامی هم در جهان
The Islamic radical groups have media access, but the patriots and the people are censored.
حرکت کنن حتی تا افراطیون اسلامی هم به عبارت توشون هست، یعنی اونا مدیا دارن.
Do you not think it's strange that the Islamic Republic has a voice in the world, but we the people do not?
آزاده ولی ما آزاد نیستیم.
You have showed us how popular our last video on InfoWars was in Iran. Hundreds of thousands of views and millions of downloads. Can you explain how limited the internet is in Iran and how your movement is able to spread information? And what was it about our video that was so popular in Iran?
نکته اول این که
The first thing is, Iranians must pay to download videos. So when they download, they are obliged to send it to many others. So when my videos say 1 million downloads, it could mean 10 or 15 million. Because they're sending it to many people around Iran. And the second thing is, when you made that video on us, the Iranian people trust Restart, and we've always told the people not to trust any country except the United States. And when an American media company made a video about Restart and told the truth about us, it gave the people hope, and it inspired us. After 2 years, the censorship window has been shattered, and America will now know the truth about what Restart wants.
While the mainstream media is censoring your movement, which evidently has the support of millions, they are not silencing Reza Pahlavi or the Mojahedin. How popular would you say these two options are to the Iranian people? And why are they only censoring Restart?
Reza Pahlavi and Mojahedin have thousands of websites and have the support of the media. What is fascinating is that the Iranian media supports these two. Anyway, they have connections with political factions and secret intelligence. But the reason for Restart being censored is that the Mojahedin and Reza Pahlavi do not like America or the American people. In the past 40 years, the Mojahedin and Reza Pahlavi have not once said anything favorable about America or the American people. They defended the British and the Russians, and they guide us towards the wrong path. Their ideologies are all aligned with the mainstream media, not with the people. They lie to the people and they blame their own failures on the United States, and they blame the people of America. When President Trump embargoed Iran, Pahlavi lied about how it would hurt the people. But he was lying. He knows the embargo will cause the regime to sink. And sadly, the two oppositions are either trying to only reform the government or they're helping the Islamic Republic. In the last 40 years, you cannot find one article or something Reza Pahlavi has said that he says he is with America or that he likes America. They've always been against America. Why? I do not know. The answer to your question in one sentence: either the Mojahedin and Reza Pahlavi are helping to keep the Islamic Republic, or they are getting money to promote England and Russia and ignore America. I don't know of any other answer.
It is my understanding that the Restart movement is proposing a democratic republic with a written constitution based on the U.S. Constitution and the ideas espoused by Cyrus the Great. Can you please tell us more about this?
We are telling people that a single party cannot rule over the people of Iran. I believe that there should be multiple parties. I told the people that multiple parties who oppose one another must come together under Cyrus the Great's principles and guide the people. I want Iran to be similar to the United States, not other countries, only the United States. Did the Democrats control America for 50 years? No. Did Republicans control America for 50 years? No. They have to fight with each other to rule, and sometimes other parties rise up. We want to show how Cyrus's government and America's are very similar, not like France or England or Russia.
Your plan is to have democratic elections with at least 5 different political parties to choose from. Do you plan on taking a leadership role until there are elections? How does this work?
I want to turn it upside down. I want to give them a 1776. I want to bring a 4th of July so that Iran is free from British and Russian control. I want to draft a new constitution influenced by Cyrus the Great. Then I want to introduce 10 to 15 different parties to the people of Iran so that they can choose. And the people will choose 5 of these parties to represent them. Next is to create a judicial system from the very beginning. If any of the parties disagree with any of the new laws, we will not succeed. For example, the right to bear arms. This is the first law under Cyrus the Great Empire. When Iran has the right to bear arms, the government can no longer disrespect the people. Now the government must lead with wisdom and knowledge, not with force and killing. If this doesn't happen, I will not return to Iran. They can go and do whatever the hell they want. Other oppositions are trying their best to keep this from happening. They don't want the Iranian people to have guns. They want to seize control of defenseless Iranian people and guide them towards the wrong path.
Radical Islam is a great concern to many people right now. Why has Persia and now Iran had such a struggle with it? And how popular would you say radical Islam is within the population?
Maximum 1% of the people are radical.
Maximum. ما برای حل رادیکالیسم اسلامیک یا هر دین دیگه‌ای
In order to cure radical Islam or anything radical is to stop the parents from influencing the child from a young age.
روحانیت اون ادیان از بچگی رو بچه کار نکنن رو فکرش. و ما باید به جوانامونم یاد بدیم که
We must teach young people that religion is their own personal choice, no one else's. Religion should not be chosen by the parents. They should choose for themselves. When knowledge comes to the mind, then anything radical is destroyed.
The United Nations has been implanting thousands of Islamic refugees into European nations in the name of multiculturalism. How do you feel about this?
I told my
people, soon Europe will be under ISIS. Whatever is happening in the Middle East will happen in Europe. Because the European government unjustly defends radical Islam. So now they must wait for the unfortunate fate of the Middle East to happen to them as well.
And
the people of Europe must stand against their leaders if they want to save them.
What do you think of Secretary of State Pompeo's stand on the Islamic Republic? And why do the other oppositions have issues with it?
He's very clever.
Pompeo is smart. He's very clever. He knows where to push. The other oppositions do not want the government to fall. They want to reform it. And Pompeo knows this. He's putting pressure on all the right places.
What does Restart think of President Donald Trump?
My response to your question is something I'd like to say to the American people. The American people must know that before Trump became president, he already had fame and money. So he is not after these two things. He wants to make America great and has only one request. He wants the people to show love. And Restart knows how hard it was for him to get elected. Because every media and every leader did not want him to win. And we knew when this man became president that two things would happen. The first thing is that the leaders of the world would now have to speak with their heads, not with money. The second is that turmoil would happen between leaders because Trump would expose them and their lies. So I repeat, Trump is not after money or fame. He wants his name to be remembered. And for his name to be remembered, he has to say what he sees so that the people will trust him. And if he was dishonest, everything you see happening now would not have happened. Everyone wants to bring him down because they do not want the truth to be exposed. I've told my people to only trust President Trump and Pompeo. And we believe that Trump is doing something that will destroy the Iranian regime. And millions of Restart people believe this. I have told the people that President Trump is like Ronaldo, the famous soccer player. He looks one way, but shoots the other. To understand what Trump is doing, we must look at the score. How many goals he has scored. One of his goals was North Korea. Second goal was the embargo on Iran. Now the government is scared. Third goal, getting close to Russia and to get Iran away from its claws. Fourth goal was getting countries to pay America fairly. There are many other goals that I could talk about.
Since I have been working on this story, I have received a great outpouring of love and compassion from the entire Restart movement. Hundreds, if not thousands, of tweets espousing love for America, Israel, and all people. Right before this interview, a member of Restart messaged me, "We love Sufism, we love Rumi, we love Jesus Christ. There is a spiritual component to this movement. Can you tell me more about this?"
Restart believe two pharaohs in the world. Number one pharaoh's inside. You must kill him. Number two pharaohs outside. You must fight with him, and you must win, and you must help your people. If you can't kill Pharaoh inside, believe me, you can kill Pharaoh outside. Restart is a love, not politics. Restart want say all people in the world. I love it. I love all people in the world. Jesus, the best messenger. If you believe, if you know Jesus and you believe Jesus, you are Restart. If you know Jesus only, you are not Restartian. You must believe Jesus, not know.